Hello, friends. It's the Cinemondo podcast. Kathy, Mark, and
Burk.
You know what I'm in the mood for? I want some romance. We need a romance movie, but I hear this may not be romance. It might be a little more like sad romance.
Oh, really? Well, it's a popular film that is currently out also here in Los Angeles. We have not seen it yet, but it is breaking all kinds of records, opening. So it's impressive, surprising a lot of people. The film is called Saiyaara. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Starring Ahaan Pandey and Aneet Padda, and it is a romance film between obviously two young, beautiful people, and it's very successful. So we want to take a look at the trailer and see why.
And see, like, how good it looks. Then you guys can give us your reviews in the comments, and then maybe we'll try and go find it and see it, and then we can review.
Yeah, because when I think about romance movies, I'm like, I don't know if But then I've actually been, coaxed into seeing a couple of few, and a lot of times there's a lot there. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, sometimes there can be very compelling and engaging stories within the romance genre, which I freely admit, even though I'm a boy.
That's right. So let's see if this can hook us.
Yeah.
Let's check it. All
right. Everybody hold the work.
Ready.
And
आर्टिस्ट का टैलेंट रिव्यू करने का काम है तुम लोग का। ये साले ब्लूटिक वाले स्लैब्स हगेंगे भी तो तुम लोग बोलेंगे वाह क्या हगा है। लेकिन एक अच्छा आर्टिस्ट भी जान लगाते अपने आर्ट में उन लोग को क्या मिलता है? क्या मिलता है उन लोग को? Krish Kapoor.
So romantic.
आज के बाद ये नहीं भूला.
They love each other.
She's an artist.
यहाँ पे talent से ज़्यादा egos और tantrums झेलने पड़ते हैं. Would you be able to do that?
I just want to write.
It's got like a talent agency.
Krish, meet Vaani. हमारा नया गाना यही लिखेगी.
मैं वो late night तक काम नहीं कर सकती. 8:30 तक मुझे घर पहुंचना होगा. मुझे passive smoking से problem है तो.
Effort.
मैं appreciate करूँगी अगर आप गाली ना दें. I'm not comfortable.
Don't like me saying.
Krish, 3,000 रुपए घंटा चल रहा है.
सबका एक सपना होता है लाइफ में. तुम्हारा सपना क्या है?
सारी दुनिया का प्यार, सब चिल्लाए मेरा नाम. Krish, I love you. Krish, I love you. Forever and ever and ever.
But then
we haven't heard her say it.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. I took a turn.
सैयारा तू तो बदला नहीं है.
Forever until you pull a knife.
Whether you like it or not.
सैयारा तू बदला नहीं है. मौसम जरा सा रूठा हुआ है. अपने प्यार के लेना, खुद को खत्म मत कर लेना.
Why did they break it?
सैयारा मतलब तारों में एक तन्हा तारा, खुद जल के जो रोशन करते जगे सारा. और वो तुम हो, मेरे सैयारा.
Wow. I'm hooked. That looked good.
Not a pair of sunglasses for miles.
I know. To see that, I want to know why. It almost seemed like what happened to her. What did she get promised to another person? Because it looked like she was getting married at some point in there. So I wonder.
Oh.
Was she already engaged? But they were kind of having a little affair.
Or did she catch him cheating? Or because he is a rock star, and that's always an issue with pop stars, is that there's always the groupies. Maybe there's.
He didn't look like he would cheat. He looked like he was sincere.
Look at his eyes.
He was so cute. He wouldn't do that.
But no matter what, if you're in a band, you're going to cheat, right? Isn't that what they say? It's like if you're a rock star, a singer, a musician.
Or you're going to get caught at a concert on the Jumbotron cheating. There could be more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
doing that.
Or you're going to do something that only looks like you're cheating, and you're going to say, wait, let me explain. And she's going to slam the door.
And she'd be
You
like,
know, he might have been like rehearsing a scene for a TV show that he got a part in or something. And he was like, you know,
all of
like,
those could happen. Yeah.
it could. Even though she worked in the talent industry, which it looked like she would know better if that was.
She had to write a song, right, for him or something.
She had to give him something to write about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it looked very beautiful, beautiful
gorgeous.
couple. You know, really well. You know, just like everything looked really sort of high end there. You know, there's fireworks on in the background where they're kissing. The waves crashing over the rocks. My God,
so much great.
And that was one weekend.
Yeah,
it was one weekend. Who was doing the actual music? I wonder. Do we know that?
Well, that's an interesting thing. The music sounded good. It sounded like quality
Really
kind of music, as opposed to, and also the I mean, the thing is, I always say that movies about movies or movies about the entertainment industry usually get it kind of right in a lot of ways, because movies are made by people who work in the entertainment industry, so they know how to make a movie about what it's like. And so I guess in the music world, Indian films have such a connection to music, and there's so much music is such a huge part of entertainment industry and movies, that this is probably kind of accurate as far as how people, you know, play in bands and get famous, and what you have to do to get famous. There's all those things you have to, you know, they call it selling your soul and selling out or whatever. But, you know, the pop stars a lot of times have to be, in order for people to believe them, they have to be honest and real. You have to relate to this person. The singer has to be someone that you can understand. But in some cases, they have to kind of sell themselves. They also have to be product. They have to put themselves on the marketplace and all that kind of stuff. And it a lot of times will reduce their credibility with their audience, you know. And I think that's a little bit of what this sounds like. It was like, this guy starts off, he's like, it looks like they're buskers in the street, like street people playing their music out on the boulevard. And people really liked them, sort of like the early days of the Beatles playing in the nightclubs. And then they become superstars, and there's a huge distance that comes between him and his audience. And I think maybe that seemed to be an element of the story.
Yeah. It could be the success kind of gets between them a little bit. And then when she's kind of like, I've had enough of this shit, he's like, no, I love you. And he becomes a stalker, and she has to pull a knife on him. I mean, that's
maybe she is telling him, you have to play the game, you know, because she's like a manager or whatever. And it starts off where she's telling him, don't use the bad language and don't smoke your smoke. And maybe she's trying to control him too much, and he kind of resents it, and kind of, you know, there's a backlash. But then maybe she comes around and says, you know what, that's what makes him who he is. And that's what makes the fans love him so much.
It seems like she broke up with him because he was kind of crawling back to her crying, you know. But I love you.
Holding a knife on him.
I thought it was interesting that she's the only one in the trio didn't say I love you. He said it a few times. She never said it. I thought that was
yeah.
Was he just like imagining this romance? I mean, we haven't seen it, so we don't know. But it did look authentic to me.
and 7 different artists contributed to the soundtrack, so it's so kind of a
music was
bunch
great.
of different people. So yeah, and it's
Really
doing really
great
well. It's 5 singles off that soundtrack are hits.
Wow.
So it's a big success over
That's
there.
the problem a lot of times with movies about musicians, especially movies about musicians who, you know, like if you're going to make a documentary about, you know, David Bowie or something, that person who plays David Bowie has such a huge role to fill, because chances are they don't have the charisma that David Bowie had. And in this case, in order to realistically portray a superstar, or this guy who's doing these huge concerts with tons of fans who know the lyrics and singing along, the actor has to be a rock star. You know, he really has to bring it to the movie. He's got to be that. And and not only that, but the songs have to be good, because there's nothing worse than a movie about a superstar rock band and their songs are really terrible.
Spinal Tap. Talking about
that was the point of Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Big bottle.
Yeah.
But
Talk about mud flaps. My girl's got them.
Now the posters, you wouldn't even know there's music in this movie. Look at the posters. They didn't
Right.
sell the music at all. And some of the posters I could find. So we have like the pure romance, which is enough of a sell because they're beautiful people. And then we
very
have
simple. Yeah.
but there's still no real music added
Right.
to the posters, which I think is kind of interesting. So
Yeah, because definitely the posters, like when the trailer started, I said this doesn't look very romantic. There's a lot of arguing
It
and
was
fighting
like
and stuff.
beating a guy up. Yeah.
beating that bad the critic who wrote a bad story about him or something.
Right.
Kind of interesting.
But
yeah, so
it's
a lot of
very
it is that.
popular, and it's, obviously two beautiful leads. He does have kind of a star charisma quality to him in the,
Yeah.
the trailer.
You believe
so
that he's a
work.
pop star. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked amazing. So like he had that sort of he looked good standing on a stage with the wind blowing his shirt.
Right.
Because that's sort of like the whole rock star look.
He didn't look stupid, which some people do. Some people don't fit on a
It looks
stage
stupid.
like that. They don't have the gravitas or whatever.
Yes.
Even just in the way they
Right.
present themselves, it's like you have to. That's a thing you got to study.
Got to.
Or
So
it just looks wrong.
it looked
Uncanny
really
Valley.
good. Yeah, Uncanny Valley, and just you don't buy it, and then you're not believing it, and you're not in
Right.
it. So this looked really good. Looked really well produced. Looked
Yeah.
very glossy. Had a lot of passion in it. I'm intrigued. She pulled a knife on him. I got to see what that.
I know what.
I'm very interested in how that worked out.
Yeah.
I know, soon enough. All right. Let us know in the comments. Did you see it? Give us your quick review in there. No spoilers. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.